Hey Jeff, how's it going? Oh jeez, are you serious? Get well, Jeff. Oh, Jeff Hawk. Jeff, you're supposed to come back from vacation and take it easy, not go to the ER. Alright, we'll get started here, fellas, in just a moment. Give me a second here. I'm gonna get my beer and then we'll start. Alright. Just put a couple of these things on and then we will get going. Alright, what up, guys? I see Hawks in here. Shauna, what up? Happy Tuesday, right, Shauna? not a happy Friday today, happy Tuesday. Alright, some gloves. And then let's get rocking and then rolling. Alright. Here's a look at our brewski tonight. Doing a little Trogs Haze Charmer. It's a little hazy IPA. Enjoy that tonight. Oh man, sorry to hear about that, Jeff. Turn up Tuesday. Alright. Well, we'll go over what we always talk about. If it's your first time here, welcome. And if it's not, welcome back to the big show. Alright. If you bought 5 or more spots, you always get something from the break room. Whether you get 1 hit, 5 hits, no hits, something's coming your way in the mail if you buy 5 or more spots. Tonight, 5 or more spots is going to get you a pack of Prestige 2024 Gravity Football. Then, how about, we're going to do a couple throwbacks. A little Comic Ball Baseball. This is Upper Deck Looney Tunes. We're going to do a little chance for Wemby, rookie right here. Donruss Basketball 23-24 Gravity. More throwback, Pro Set Hockey 1990. And then a little Score Football 2025 Gravity. Alright, so as long as you bought 5 or more spots, those are coming your way. Now, if you bought 10 or more spots, the following items are coming your way. The big upgrade is going to be a massive 60 card hanger pack from Prestige 2022. So 60 card hanger pack coming your way if you bought 10 or more spots. You also get a pack of Upper Deck Hockey 2020-2021. One of those chances at a Wemby rookie. Donruss 23-24. Hopefully his concussion is not too serious, Wemby. A little Donruss Baseball Gravity 2025. And some Rookies and Stars Football 2025 as well. So all that will be coming your way if you bought 5 or more spots. So some pretty good stuff right there. Let me grab something on my end right here, and then we'll get rolling. Better show you him rolling. Yesterday, 420, some units might have been rolling in that. What up, fellas? And we're not going to talk about the Penguin game last night or the night before or 2 nights before that either. Nope, not a chance. Because those games didn't count. Man, the Penguins look terrible. It's not just the Flyers looking good, which it is. It's the Penguins looking terrible even more so than anything else. Alright. Real quick. Oop, I have to do one thing on the site real quick and then we'll be good to go. Almost done. It'll be a shorter break tonight. Not as many breaks, but we'll still have some fun. Shooting for 2 hours. Alright. We are now updated on the site. I'll go over, show you what's going on. We're over here at dad-breaks.com. Here's our upcoming break schedule. We're breaking tonight, Tuesday, April 21st. We'll be breaking this Friday as well, and then we'll be breaking a week from Friday. My wife's birthday is next week, so her birthday's the 27th, so I'm going to take a couple days and just enjoy it, have the weekend, so, didn't want to have to cram another break in there, but, and there's a chance I might travel for work too, but smaller chances than my normal weeks are for travel. Alright, so what is available? Everything is sold out except for our grab bag. And I put together a smaller grab bag. There's not a ton of spots, so it's a smaller one. But it's a fun grab bag nonetheless. So it's only $14 to grab a spot in the grab bag. And there are going to be 2 of the Gold Rush value packs, loaded with all sorts of potential big stuff here, as you can see by some of these slabs. Alright, so could we get a Judge or a Josh Allen? That'd be sick. We're going to have an autographed photo. So 2 of the value packs, an autographed photo. We're going to do a 30-team baseball, single baseball. This is a 2018 TriStar break. And then we're going to have a few spots from the batting helmet break. We'll have the Marlins, Twins, and Rays. And then we're going to have the AFC North in the divisional break. Plus, we're going to do a John Tonelli autographed New York Islanders custom jersey. This was an item that was an unpaid breakers. The guy had been a long-time breaker. He won this over a year ago now, a long-time breaker, and I'd give him permission to not pay until that weekend, and then he just never paid, so I kept the items. He has not been with us since, because I did take a loss on that, but I thought I'd throw that autographed jersey that he had won in the break in there as well. So that is all that's in there. Feel free to bid and buy a spot if you like. Everything else, again, sold out. So with all of that said, I was going to do that, but I can't because I just realized. Let's do this right here, the full-size, the Gold Rush full-size helmet. Yeah, that's right. We'll start the evening out with a big one. All right, full-size helmet. All right, I'm going to put some gloves on. And everybody out there, you are going to get the evening started by just giving me, you know what, give me 2 NFL teams. 2 NFL teams? That's right, everybody out there in the chat, 2 NFL teams. If you correctly guess the team that comes out of the helmet or the jersey that we use, the helmet or the jersey, you are going to get a chance at a box of mystery. That's right, we'll do that right away. All right. So with all of that said, I got to figure out We know it's this helmet. It's box 2. It's the last one from the case. So that we know is going to be in this. What we don't know is what jersey. We have boxes 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 as possibilities here. Alright. If you are new, we use random.org anytime we do this. Do the list randomizer. So we got 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box number 2 for the jersey. Box number 2. So I actually have that on the table. It's going to come right there. Save one as a possibility maybe later on with our mini helmet break. So we know it's going to be this jersey, and we know it's going to be box 2 for the helmet. Alright guys, that is a look at what we're working with in our break tonight. I'm going to wish everybody good luck. We have Brandon with the Cardinals and the Falcons. David's got the Baltimore Ravens. Mike has the Buffalo Bills. David with the Panthers and the Bears. Rick has the Bengals. David with the Browns. Charlene's got the Boys. Jeff has the Broncos. David with the Lions. Gilbert's got the Packers. David with the Texans. Jeff has the Colts. William has the Jags. Brandon has the Chiefs. William with the Raiders. Rick has the Chargers. Case has the Rams. Gilbert's got the Dolphins. Paul's got the Vikes. George with the Pats. David's got the Saints. Shaggy's got the G-Men. George has the Jets. Jeff has the Fly Eagle Fly. Rick has them Steelers. Zach has his Giants. Mike has the Seahawks. Jose with the Bucks. And then David's got the Titans and the Commodes. Alright guys, I'm going to call no more guesses here. We're going to get right into this. Alright, so if you have any questions, put it out there. Otherwise, no more guesses. And you know what? It's magic time. Get a little beer juice on that one right there. Alright, so this is box 2. They're actually both box number 2. So box 2 right here. This is the seal. We're going to cut into that momentarily, but wanted to show that off. Alright guys, good luck here. Don't get me started, Daniel. The penguins were sleeping. They're hibernating. I don't know. Ooh, we have a Minnesota Viking hit. Minnesota Viking. Dante, don't put me on a boat. Culpepper. Alright, so Dante Culpepper for the Vikings. This is going to go out to Paul. Paul, congratulations. You're going to have a JSA authenticated Dante Culpepper. Alright, so Dante Culpepper is the hit, and that's going to go out to Paul. Let me mark that down for Paul here. Alright. We are staring down now. Box 2. Box 2. Alright, so this is box 2 for the full size. Again, last one from the case. There's the front. There's the back. Give this a cut right there. There's the other. Alright, we're going to turn this backwards. Keep that suspense going. We have a specialty helmet. Specialty helmet. I think it's going to be a speed flash helmet here. A flash helmet. It is a flash helmet. Alright. We have a future Hall of Famer from the San Francisco Treat. We have Frank Gore. Frank Gore on a flash 49er helmet right there. Future Hall of Famer. Running back Frank Gore. Frank Gore on the hit for the Niners. Alright, Rick. Alright, so that is a hit for the 49ers. And Zach, you've got a nice hit right there. Congrats, Zach. Nice hit. Frank Gore. Alright, so I've got Paul and Frank Gore. So Paul's going to get Culpepper, and Zach's going to get Frank Gore. All right, so Vikings and 49ers for guesses. Did we have any Vikings and 49ers guesses? Oh, hey, Chris, you're allowed to double pick in this because it's not first come, first served for these things. I see Chris was in there. Welcome to the big show, Chris. Let's see. So we had 49ers and Vikings. 49ers and Vikings. 49ers and... I see Jeff with the Vikings. I don't see a 49ers guess. I could be wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but the only correct guess I see here is Jeff. All right, Jeff. I believe you are our only correct guess here. I'm trying to open something. Give me a moment to see if I can figure this out. Alright. You got it. Alright, Jeff. Alright, let me take these out. Alright, Jeff, you are going to have 3 boxes to choose from. You know how the drill works here. You're going to have a golden box, babes, and a golden egg. So you have a golden box, babes, and golden egg. Alright, Jeff, which one of these? Golden box, golden egg, or the babes? Going with the golden box. Alright, Jeff, that means you passed up on the golden egg. The golden egg had the whammy. It was your very own socks right there from the classic TV show. Well, what was it? He's a 90s baby, but, oh my gosh. Well, you guys know. Why can't I think of it? The, Rugrats. Alright, missed out on some Rugrat love. Then, you missed out on an On It pack. So, officially licensed On It pack of Penn State football cards from 2025. Chances of autos out of that from this On It pack of Penn State. Alright, so, missed out on a nice On It pack from Penn State. Alright, here we go. How about a mega pack with a 50-50 chance here of an auto? Alright, little mega pack love for you, Jeff. 50-50 chance of an auto from Sage here. Alright, 2024. See if we can get you some love. Alright. Well, how about a Tyler Shuck? You're going to get a Tyler Shuck rookie right there. Tyler Shuck rookie. A Miles Cole. Leah Fafu. Caleb Williams rookie, so you got a Shuck and a Caleb Williams. Isaiah Davis, Blake Watson, Tyrone Tracy, Jeremiah Thrash, Mason Fairchild. There is an auto. We'll skip the auto for a second. Chasm Hill and another Tyrone Tracy. So you got a parallel and a traditional Tyrone Tracy. All right, here is your auto. A Michael Hers. Make hers yours. Michael Hers auto. It's actually Michael Hires, but I like to say hers. Michael Hires auto right there. Little Sanford love. Michael Hires. Alright. Those cards coming your way, Jeff. Congrats. You are welcome. Alright, give me 1 second here to look at something. Alright, there are only 11 spots remaining in the grab bag. So only 11 spots remain in the grab bag for tonight's break. Alright, with that being said, let's do a little bit of baseball. Nope, that's not the one, that's the one. Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of baseball. For this, it's one bat. This is the one that was on eBay. It's one bat, and not one but two autographed baseballs. And I'm going to have everybody out there, you're going to put in the chat one line, 5 Major League Baseball players. One line, 5 players. If you guess any player that comes out, either baseball or the bat, you are automatically going to get a box of mystery. Every single person that guesses correctly will get a box of mystery, and there will be no whammies. Give me 1 second here. I have to check on the bats that are a possibility here. So our bat options here are 8, 43, 40, 48, so 8, 43, 48, 76, and 86. Alright. And these are the last ones from that series. Alright, so 8, 43, 48, 76, and 86. 7 times. As a placeholder, I did have box 8 on the table. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 43. Box 43. So we go grab that one. Alright, guys. Coming on the table, box 43. And then we'll take off the table number 8. Alright. Alright. For the baseballs, we have 1 on the left, 3 on the right as our placeholders. We also have 4, 5, or we actually have 2. I don't know why that's... Okay, well, here's 1, 2, 3. Then we have 4, 5, 7, 8, 10. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and top 2 numbers. There's 7 times. 2 and 5. 2 and 5. Alright, so 2 and 5. So 2 is the one I just brought out. And then there's 5. And then there's 1 and 3. Alright, guys. Last call on those guesses. If you didn't put a guess in yet, go ahead and do that now. You're giving me 5 Major League Baseball players on one line. Go ahead and do that for us. We have Jake with the Diamondbacks, George with the Braves, Brandon's got the Orioles and the Red Sox, Jeff has the Cubs, Jose's got the White Sox, Richard's got the Reds, Raymond's got the Guardians of the Galaxy, Case with the Rocks, David's got the Tigers, Case has the Astros, the Royals, the Angels, and the Dodgers. Ray Dennis, welcome to the big show, Ray Dennis. You've got the Marlins. Chad's got the Brewers. Ryan's got the Twins. Gilbert's got the Mets. Case with the Yanks. Paul's got the A's. Dennis with the Phillies, just in time for a Pirate hit. David with the Padres. Zachary's got the Giants. Richard with the M's. David's got the Cards and the Rays. Jose's got the Rangers and the Jays. And David sitting nice with the Nats. Alright, guys. I'm calling it here. No more guesses. No more guesses. Alright, put a little baseball note out there. Alright, just a little love for the baseball note, guys. This is baseball number 2. Baseball number 2. It's sealed up all the way around. Take a little note. It was referenced in the auction, but just in case, we can pull it back up if we need to. Alright, secondary seal right there. Shiny goodness. It's cut time. And you know what? Use the good luck baseball duck. Quack, quack. So my daughter either makes our good luck charms or has had a part in acquiring them. Alright. We have a player we haven't pulled in a little while, but a former 2-time American League MVP. Rawlings Authenticated Major League Baseball. We have Mr. Juan Gonzalez. Juan Gonzalez coming out of here for the Texas Rangers. Jose. Congratulations, Jose. A little Juan gone. Alright, so Juan Gonzalez. Juan Gonzalez coming out of here. And that is going to Jose. Alright, so Juan Gonzalez, Texas Rangers. By the way, there are 9 spots remaining in the grab bag. Just 9 spots, and then everything else is sold out for the evening. Alright, box 5. Quack, quack! Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright, oops. Let me... Doop, doop. Got to do one thing. Let me see if it's still possible. Probably not. Yep. Psyche. Alright. This, again, was box 5. Alright, secondary seal. Right there. It comes to that side over there. Alright, here we go. We have a Rawlings TriStar Authenticated Major League Baseball. We have from the St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals getting a hit here. David, how about a little from fame of Friends, Keith Hernandez. Keith Hernandez will go to the Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinal, Keith Hernandez. Keith Hernandez. Most games played for him is the Cardinals. If you're wondering why not a Met, it is a Cardinal hit. All right, David, congrats, Keith Hernandez. I think did I say Seinfeld? I hope I did. I said Friends. Oh my God, I did say Friends. I meant Seinfeld. Oh God, I never even watched an episode of Friends. I didn't even watch a ton of Seinfeld, if we're gonna be completely honest. But I at least can say no soup for me. I did like Seinfeld. I just never watched a ton. It wasn't my parents' favorite show, and didn't dislike it. Just wasn't their favorite. It wasn't MASH. Alright, so Hernandez, Cardinals. But obviously I knew enough to reference a show, I just referenced the wrong one because I'm not great. Oh, Tom Selleck's mustache. Oh my gosh, my mom had the biggest crush on Tom Selleck. The 80s love she had for Magnum. A little Mr. Baseball. Alright, this is box 43, guys. Box 43. That is the barrel. This is the side we're actually going to open up on. This is the knob. But for this series, they've been putting the name on the barrel side, so we're just gonna stick with that. Quack, quack, quack. All right, Thomas, we've never lost a finger. Let's keep that up. All right, there we go. Well, I actually have. I have to see what team he's with currently. Alright, this guy has bounced around a few teams, I'm not going to lie. I know that as long as it's the same player I'm thinking. Alright, we have Esmeralda Valdez. Esmeralda Valdez, an infielder. If it is the guy I'm thinking of, who has played for the Pirates. But let's see where Esmeralda Valdez is right now. Valdez. Unless I'm totally thinking of the wrong player. Oh, no, he is the Pirate player. But it's not the guy that bounced around, but he is with the Pirates. Alright, so, you know, I know too much about baseball, but enough to also get me confused. Alright. He's one of the Pirates' top prospects, Esmeralda Valdez. Esmeralda Valdez. And if I'm not mistaken, he's off to a good start this year. I don't know if it's going to say that here, but all right, not his. You can see this. He's got a 928 or 929 OPS through 20 games with the Indianapolis Indians. As a 22-year-old, they're using him more. It says, you know, outfielder and first baseman. They're not sure. A lot of people think long-term he might be a first baseman. But Esmeralda Valdez is a Pirates hit. All right, so Pittsburgh Pirates. And I'm not going to lie, Justin, you're on a little bit of a roll. All right, Justin, congratulations. And I have trusty 2026 Baseball America Prospect Handbook. And Esmeralda Valdez. Let's see, they are going to list him. Now, Baseball America has him number 5. MLB Prospects has him number 5. Baseball America puts him at number 11 this year, but his number is probably rising after the starts of this year. But there's a, if you want to screenshot it, Justin, if you're looking for more information about Mr. Valdez. All right, Esmeralda Valdez is MLB authenticated as well. Okay. Esmeralda Valdez for the Buccos. Well, congratulations, Justin. Alright. Now, I'm going to guess no one guessed Valdez. That would have been special. Alright. No Valdez. Hernandez, that was a possibility. No Hernandez. And the other one was Wangon. No Wangon. Alright, so I don't see any correct guesses, but you know what? Let's give somebody their choice, left or right. Let's do a pack of 2026 Topps Baseball. You know, got to get you in there with the good news stuff here. 2026 Topps Baseball. As long as you put a comment here. Literally, I'm doing just comments from the last, I don't know, half hour. I guess it wasn't half hour. Last 15 minutes. All these people have a chance. It has to be a name. Like this would count. Congrats, Justin would not count. So it has to be a name. But there's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, there's 5. We're at 6. Top name on the 7th time here. Tell me left or right. That is going to be Jose. Jose, you get to tell me left or right, Jose. Which one of these you would like to have? All right, Jose, left or right. The Topps 2026 pack for you. Left it is. There's the right one. Here goes the one that's coming out to you, Jose. Alright, Jose, if I'm not mistaken, you might like that one team, so we'll find out. There's Yoshida. He's been okay. Brandon Marsh. There's a Diddler Fuentes. We have Ezekiel Tovar, Dominic Canzone, CJ Kafus, William Contreras, Nolan McLean, who had a really nice start to tonight's game. We have Michael Harris, Nick Gonzalez. There's Kennedy Carrena, Andrew Abbott. How about a Paul Skeens profile? Not bad, with by Ken Griffey Jr. Actually be a fun read. And then Ronald Acuna, which Jose, I was thinking he might be a Braves fan if I remembered correctly. But either way, those are coming your way, Jose. That might be an interesting read to read what, what's his name, Junior Griffey says about Paul Skeens. Hey, George Holmes, I don't know if you could see all the text. Jeff Sandhofer was asking if you got the email that I had sent to you about possibly having a interest in a trade for one of your photos you got from the breaks. All right. We have just 4 spots remaining in the grab bag tonight. So 4 spots remain in our grab bag. That means it's time for our figurine, jersey, and photo break. Figurine, jersey, and photo. Alright, for this, guys, all you have to do, give me 1 letter from the alphabet. 1 letter from the alphabet. We have to figure out our figurine and our photo. But first things first, let's get our case out there. We have to figure out our photo, or our jersey. We'll get a brand new case, Hall of Fame case right here. Alright, guys. Very simple. Box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 on the top, 6 on the bottom. This is for the jersey. Seven times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. And we're going to go with the 4th one down. So the 4th one down here is going to be 1, 2, 3, and then this guy right here will be jersey number 4. Alright, jersey 4. Now for our photo. We have every number in the case except for 1, 4, and 5. 1, 4, and 5 have been used on our cheat sheet. So we have 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Photo number 2. Alright, so let's cross that off the cheat sheet. Make that a little more visible. Alright, so photo 2. Alright, so we have jersey right there. That was jersey 4. This is photo 2. There is our figurine number 1 as our placeholder. Alright, so figurine number 1 is sitting up there as our placeholder. We also have 3, 5, and 8. Alright, so 1, 3, 5, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, figurine number 3. Let me grab that. Number 3. Alright, so that's this guy coming on. Number 1 is out of here. Alright, last call on those guesses. You're giving me a letter. That's all you have to do. If you're new, you're just giving me 1 letter for your guess here. Alright, so, well, give me a second here. I have to grab all these names. This was a 7th time. Daniel would A, George would have Z, but we're now going to go and randomize that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. George has A, and Jake has Z. All right. Give that a good old paste. All right. We have George with A, Ashley has B, Charlene has C, Daniel D, George has E, Troy has F, George has G, David has H, Jeff has I, George has J, Ashley has K and L and M, Charlene has N, George has O, Ashley has P, Jake has Q, George has RS, and T, Jake has U, Daniel has V, George has W, Jeff has X, and George has Y, and Jake sleeping with a Z. Alright guys, I'm going to call it here. No more guesses. Good luck everybody. Alright. Let's go for a big hit. Oh yeah, big hit. Oh yeah. Here we go. Hot dog Frank. Oh yeah. Alright, hot dog Frank. Box 2, photo 2. Alright, so it's going to start up here. Just give it a rip down. This is photo number 2. We have, from Sports Illustrated, we've pulled this name, but not on a Sports Illustrated replicated cover. We have Carrie Strug. Carrie Strug from the 96 Olympics. Carrie Strug, autographed 96 gold on a Sports Illustrated cover. That is Beckett authenticated. Carrie Strug coming out to you, George. I know you've pulled a Carrie Strug before, but not that photo. I like that. I like the Sports Illustrated replication. Alright, Carrie Strug going out to George. Alright, it is jersey time. This was jersey number 4. Jersey number 4. Secondary seals under there. Oh yeah, here we go. Hall of Famer. Alright, secondary seal. We'll give that a cut. Let's see what we got. See the number 8, the number 3. How about a little Hall of Famer from the University of Kutztown, Pennsylvania? Buffalo Bill great. How about a little Andre Reed? Andre Reed. There's George. George back-to-back hits. Carrie Strug and Andre Reed. Andre Reed is Beckett authenticated, George. Congrats. Alright, Reed and Strug. Back to back for George. Let's get the Dad Breaks bottle opener. Tapping up a little hot dog Frank. Oh yeah, here we go. Big hits. Oh. Alright, box 3. Figurine box number 3. We are able to pull this one. Nope. Almost. Look, I just grab it. Alright. I don't know if we have. Yep, we have a Funko in there. I can see a Funko there. Alright, give this a cut. I don't know if that was a Funko or not. Whoop, there's multiple things in here. Multiple things in here. Alright, so we have multiple things in here. 2 items. 2 items. Alright, it looks like it's a similar. We've pulled 2 before out of here, and it looks like we might be doing the same player out of the second one. If you guys have been break with me when we've pulled 2. Typically it's been this. It's not always, but I think it is the most common secondary pull. How about, ooh, a little NFL patch. That looks like it could be from a jersey even there. We have a Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy coming out of here. That's a letter P. And there's a little bit of the NFL logo on that right there on the Brock Purdy. That's pretty nice. Can get autos out of these, but this one, a little bit of the patch on the Brock Purdy. So that's the letter P. The letter P, Brock Purdy. And that's going out to Ashley. Ashley, congratulations. Yep. Thomas, you knew it. Alright, that jumbo card's looking party. Alright, here we go. Just extra stuff like that. We have... Now, I know who this... I don't know who played him in modern day. But this was a legendary actor that played the original one. So we'll have to look this up. But we have... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's played Young Huckleberry. We have the Huckleberry Hound, and this looks like it's signed by whoever played the Young Huckleberry. Howdy from your pal, Young Huckleberry. Young Huck. Greg Berg? Greg Berg is what it looks like. I'll look it up, but it looks like the name is Greg Berg. But again, I will look this up. JSA on the authentication. Alright. So, JSA is AQ15877. It is. I was right. I can read. Greg Berg. Alright, so Greg Berg is going to be our hit here. And that is going to be Ashley. Ashley, congratulations. Back-to-back hits there for Ashley. Greg Berg on the Funko. Alright. There's some information about Greg Berg. He played Fonzie and Baby Scooter and the Muppet Babies. Then he was Donatello and Bebop and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So a lot of old school. Then list a whole bunch of things here. But let's see, where's Huckleberry? There we go. Yo Yogi, Huckleberry Hound. Alright. Greg Berg going out to Ashley. Alright guys, congrats. Alright, so we're going to have 4 letters for this. We are going to have 4 letters. We are going to have B, P, R, S. B, P, R, S for the guesses. B, P, R, S. Alright, Daniel had the letter R. Jeff Sandhofer had the letter R. So did, well, Jeff liked it so much he put it in there twice. Thomas, Mr. Sweeney had the letter S. B, P, R, S, B. Grace / Ashley. Grace, you have the letter B. So you got the hit and the letter B. Jose had the letter S. Shauna has the letter P. And then I see Troy with the letter B. Alright, I think that's everybody. I'm going to have Daniel, Jeff Sandhofer, Thomas Sweeney, Grace / Ashley, Jose, Shauna, and then Troy. If I missed anybody, let me know. Alright, guys. Give me 1 second. 2 hits and 1 whammy are possibilities here. 2 hits and 1 whammy. We have silver, we have police, and we have gold. Silver, police, and gold. I had S. Alright, sorry, Shirley, I'll add you. Alright, 7 times. Top name on the 7th time. Pick in a box of mystery. 2 hits, 1 whammy out there. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. It's going to be Jose. Alright, Mr. Martinez. Which of these boxes would you like to walk away with? Would you like silver, gold, or Popo? Alright, Jose going with silver. Alright, means you passed up on the police. The police had that ever-present pack of On It football, officially licensed football cards from the University of Penn State. Alright. Then you passed up on gold. Gold had a Funko that I thought I would throw into the equation tonight as a giveaway. How about a little Slash? That Slash would be fun to use. So I bought one of those and put it in there, but not tonight. Not yet, at least. Slash staying in the house. Alright, Jose. Here comes some silver. How about a little Historic Autographs, The Gilded Age. Alright, Historic Autographs, The Gilded Age. Alright, these are always a fun product to open, Jose. Let's see if we can pull you something nice. Historic Autographs, Hobby Pack from The Gilded Age. Alright. How about a little William James? William James. You have the Stella $4 coin. This is the Brooklyn Bridge. Just a map here. We've got North and South Dakota. There is John Sullivan. John Sullivan. Famous photo. Washington Monument. A Good Housekeeping magazine. We have Frederick Douglass. The Great Chicago Fire. And that is going to be the Woolworth Building. Alright, I don't see any mem or short prints in this, but I'm going through just to make sure. This is a 2022 product. Alright, no memorabilia or autos or anything in that. That's what we're shooting for, but always a fun product to be opening there, Jose. They always put a lot of content to read on the back, so you'll hopefully enjoy that. No way, Shauna. Jose, you are welcome. I'm always trying to have some fun with my whammies out there. Alright. Let me see. It looks like we are sold out. We are sold out. Someone just closed it out of our spots in the grab bag. So let me go in real quick and count up these grab bag spots. So bear with me for just a moment as I go in, check out these grab bag spots that we have. So thank you guys. We'll be able to do a bunch of breaks from moving on from that then as well. Alright, so as I have these load. Alright, so I put that in. So Ashley / Grace. These are since I last put them in. Ashley, I've got you with the Houston Astros. I also got you with the Cardinals and the Jaguars. David, I've got you with 3 grab bag spots tonight. Second here. Alright, David has 3 grab bags. Charlene has a couple. 1, 2. Then we're going to have Troy has a grab bag. Troy, let me put you in there. Jake has 4 grab bags. 2, 3, and 4. Zachary's going to grab 3. 1, 2, and 3. Get some more. George, Thomas, Gregory, Daniel. By the way, thank you as always, guys, for grabbing these. Ashley and Jeff Hawks. Alright, so Ashley, I like to put them in the order they came in. So That's why I do it like this. Ashley has 2. Mr. Hawks, you've got 3. Daniel has 3. Gregory's got 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mr. Sweeney is going to have 2 of them. Mr. Holmes will have 2 of them. Almost done here, so just bear with me. We're almost done. I've got Justin with the last one here. Thank you, Justin. Jose, Jake, Paul, and Mike. All right, Mr. Widows. Now, once I have these, we'll be able to start our grab bag. And that'll fill in the rest of our evening. All right, Mike, you've got the Cardinals and Rays. Paul has... did I say Cardinals and Rays? Mike, you had 2 spots. Paul's got 3 spots. Jake has 2 spots. Jose's going to grab a spot. And Justin will grab a spot. Alright, that's going to fill everything in our grab bag. Thank you guys so much. Alright, so let me bring on the table to grab some of the spots you guys are, I guess you could call it playing for. Alright, so the photo is going to be from there. The value packs, those are going to be the 2 value packs. We'll just take the top photo. I don't know if what one it'll be. We'll just take the top photo. That'll be our photo we use. Alright. And the jersey that I aforementioned, this is the John Tonelli. It's a New York Islanders JSA authenticated. John Tonelli, and that's JSA on the authentication. Someone will be getting that jersey as well from the Islanders. Alright, and then there's some spots. And we're just going to get in to this magic here in a moment. Just bear with me a second. Alright. Looks good. Alright, so now you guys will see how this works. Alright, so here we are. Goal rush value, we have 2. We have an 8x10. We have the auto jersey. Then we have, these are the baseball spots, and that's single baseball break. Then we have the mini helmet by division with the AFC North, and then we have HP batting helmet. That's the Marlins, Twins, and Rays. So those would be the spots. We're going to take all these names. We're going to put them into random.org, and then we'll bring them back. All right. So here we are. And we're doing this 7 times, and that's how you guys will line up. There's 1. There's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That's 7 times. All right, David, you're going to get one of those. Jake's going to get a value pack and an auto 8x10. Paul's going to get the autographed hockey jersey. Mr. Hawks, you're going to get the Rays, the Tampa Bay Rays. All right, guys, let me plug these back in. All right, so there we are. David's going to get a value pack. So will Jake. Jake, you'll get the photo. Paul's going to get the autographed jersey. And then we'll plug these spots in. Paul's also going to get the AFC North. Gregory, the Marlins. Darlene, the Twins. And Jeff Hawks, the Rays. Alright, so that's how we're going to look at this. David, you get to tell me left or right. David, left or right for the value. Then Jake, you'll get the other one. And then Jake, you're going to get the photo. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's use this as our placeholder page for now. Let me put this in. Write this down. Jake. Alright. David, you're going to tell me left or right. And then this here, the John Tonelli, that's the autographed jersey. That is going to go out to Paul. Paul, congratulations. That is JSA authenticated on your Islanders hockey jersey. All right. Left it is. All right. David, you already get the one on the left. That means, Jake, we're going to open up your items first. All right, Jake, this is your autographed 8x10 photo. This one's for Jake. Let's see what he's got. Well, let's start down here. How about that? All right, Jake, your autographed 8x10 photo. Well, how about this? How about this? Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold. His stuff is booming. His stuff is absolutely booming. It's from his rookie year, too, if I'm not mistaken, when we looked this up. But that is a Sam Darnold autographed 8x10. It is in his Jets uniform, but autographed 8x10 Sam Darnold. That'll be coming your way, Jake. Congrats. All right, Jake. This is also going to be yours. This is your value pack. All right, so we're going to open up your value pack. This one's coming out to Jake. You have an auto. Oh, my. Well, we'll end with the auto because that's an unbelievable auto rookie. Unbelievable. All right. How about a Flux Prism Devin Vassell rookie right there? Flux Prism Devin Vassell rookie. Not bad. How about a little Najee Harris rookie right there? That's out of two. That's number 1 of 2231 right there. Number 1 of 2231. And then this is out of 10. This autograph rookie is a great pull. I will note the top card. The card would probably rate an 8 or 9. The top left is a little meh. But how about a Luis Robert autograph number 2 of 10 patch rookie right there? Look at that RPA. Luis Robert RPA rookie. Great pull right there. He's coming back to life this year with the Mets. The Mets might not be, but at least Luis Robert is. All right, nice pull, Jake. Number 2 of 10 on your RPA rookie for Luis Robert. You are welcome. All right, David. Let's see what's coming your way. You have a very, very thick. There's no auto here, but this is insanely thick and heavy. All right, we're going to look at that one last. How about a little Purvis Short? Purvis Short coming out of here on a... This is short print to 132, it looks like. I don't know. Or it's from the set, maybe 100 of 132 from the set. I forget how Fleer did it. This is an old school Fleer 86, 87 Fleer. Purvis Short. How about this rookie, though? This is actually a really cool rookie. How about Action Pack? Yes, the brand Action Pack. Isaac Bruce. Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce on an action-packed rookie right there. There we go, a little Isaac Bruce love. And then check this out. There's a lot of weight to this card. It is, I don't know if it's gold or real gold, but it's from 2009. How about a little John Cena? John Cena, and there's a lot of weight to this card, David. I don't know the value of it, but John Cena right there. And this is victorious at WrestleMania 25. That's from WrestleMania 25. John Cena, RP19 is the card number. And he was a long shot. Maybe it's his rookie. Maybe it's a John Cena rookie. I don't know. But there you go. Congratulations, David. Alright, let me mark these down real quick. Alright, and then David. Alright, perfect. Alright, now let me put the rest of those spots in from the grab bag. Alright, Paul got the autographed jersey. Then for the baseball break, we'll be doing that one here in a second. Let me just grab those names. Those will go into the baseball break. And then, let's see, we had Paul. Paul, you got the spot with the AFC North. Congrats, Paul, on that. And then the last three are Gregory, Charlene, and Jeff. You each got spots in the batting helmet break. And there actually are a decent bit of spots for each one of those teams. Maybe not the most popular teams in our break room, but believe it or not, my rep told me that there are at least 4 players that are represented by the Rays in that break. Alright guys, well congrats. Hopefully you enjoy this. Oh, awesome, David. I didn't know that. But I do now. It's a really thick, like it's gold. I don't know much about the value of it or anything. I'd be speaking out of turn, I guess is the best way to put it if I was to talk on that. So it is it's one of the heavier, thicker cards that I've ever pulled. Alright guys, we're going to do that baseball break. Alright, let me go ahead and refresh the list. Alright, we know that it is going to be this TriStar Baseball. It is the only one I have from 2018 TriStar Lou Gehrig Edition Baseball. We're going to be using that one. What I want to have everybody do, because I still want to do a fun little giveaway with this, I want everybody out there to just give me one Major League division. That's all I have to do. Give me a division. If the division that you give me is the one we award on this, I will have that person get a chance at a box of mystery, alright? There could be multiple people battling for that single box of mystery. Alright, guys. And if anybody's interested in making a trade here, you guys can put that in the comments as well. Well, there we go. Alright, Thomas has the Diamondbacks, Ashley with the Braves, Daniel has the Orioles, Mike has the Bo Sox, Paul has the Cubs, David with the White Sox, Ashley has the Reds, Justin with the Guardians, Gregory's got the Rocks, Jake has the Tigers, Gregory has the Astros, Mike has the Royals, David with the Angels, Zach has the Dodgers. Zach is probably willing to trade the Dodgers for the Giants if you're interested, Jeff. I'm just saying. I know he's a Giants fan, not a Dodgers fan. Thomas has the Marlins, Zach has the Brewers and Twins. We've got Jeff with the Mets, Jose with the Yanks, Charlene with the A's, George has the Phillies, Daniel with the Pirates, Jake has the Friars, Jeff has the Giants, Gregory has the Mariners, Jake has the Cardinals and Rays, George with the Rangers, Troy has the Jays, and Daniel's got the Nats. You would trade? Alright, I'm going to speak on behalf of Jeff and or on behalf of Zach and accept that deal. I just know he's a diehard Giants fan, so I feel like a Giants fan would make that deal, and if he's upset with me, I'll take the brunt of that. He can come after me on that one. Alright, so Jake, let's see, so Jeff, you're gonna get the Dodgers. Zachary will get the Giants. Alright. Jake, are you interested in trading Padres or Diamondbacks with Thomas? If not, we'll run with what we've got. Obviously, I'll refresh that list here in a moment. Zach, I accepted the deal for you. If it makes you mad, I'll hook you up. I gave you the Giants and him the Dodgers, but I already accepted it for you. But like I said, if the Dodgers hit, I will hook you up with something here. No worries, Zach. Alright, guys. Let's go. All right. I figured you would a Giants fan would trade the Dodgers for the Giants. That's what I was thinking. Quack quack. Let's go. All right. By the way, Jeff, you know the Dodgers. I guess it's not going to refresh. I tried to refresh it, but Jeff has the Dodgers and Zach has the Giants. Just as a 4-1-1 on that. All right, guys. There is the secondary seal right there. All right, this is going to take us back a few decades. This guy. So we are going to have, I think that's a Steiner authentication on this. We have Rawlings authenticated Major League Baseball. How about the 1988 National League Rookie of the Year from the Cincinnati Reds? Cincinnati Reds, Mr. Goggles himself. Ashley, you're an Ohio gal. You're going to like it. A little Chris Sabo. Chris Sabo coming your way, Ashley. / Grace. All right, Ashley. Chris Sabo, autographed baseball. The Googs. His story about the time that he got caught with a cork bat is really funny. He actually knew that there was a cork bat. He grabbed it, and he wasn't going to swing the bat. He realized he had grabbed a cork bat once he got to the plate, and wasn't going to swing it. And then he swung it anyways. And it broke. He says it a lot better than I do. That was his second time around with the Reds when that happened. Alright, guys. That's an NL Central. NL Central for the guesses here. NL Central. I see Troy. Troy, I think you might be the only NL Central guess correct on that. Could be wrong, but I think Troy's the only correct guess on with the NL Central. If somebody else has it and I'm missing it, let me know. All right, Troy. Troy. Jeff had it too. Alright, you know what? Troy and Jeff can each have a box. Why not? Troy and Jeff, you can each have a box. I'm feeling very generous. There's Jeff and Troy. Troy's going with the gold. Jeff's going with the silver. You guys both missed out on the Big Papa. I had a guaranteed autographed hobby box in the Rose Gold. So there was a hobby pack with at least one auto and one auto and one mem or two autos. Alright. That is going to leave Jeff with the silver. Jeff? Alrighty then. You got a whammy. I'm ready to go in, Coach. Put me in. A little Ace Ventura. I'm ready to go, Coach. Alright, little Ace Ventura socks coming your way, Jeff. One size fits most. Alright. That's going to leave Troy with the gold. Troy, we are looking at a pack of Prism 2023 baseball. A little Prism baseball for you here. Alright, Troy. Coming out of your Prism baseball pack, let's see what we got. A Brennan Davis. There's a Jim Gilliam throwback. Bob Feller, I met him at the 1997 All-Star Game in Cleveland. We have a Jackson Chourio. There you go. Great pull right there, Jackson Chourio. It's actually a pre-rookie. And you have a blue Prism, Eddie Murray. Hello, Murray. Eddie Murray. All right, couple nice cards to end it right there. Eddie Murray and a beautiful Jackson Chourio. All right, Troy and Jeff. Congrats. All right, it is time for a little divisional love. Let me hit refresh because Paul also has the AFC North now. All right, guys, for this, I'm going to have everybody give me divisional guesses, and at the end, I'm going to take 4 people to get a box of mystery. There'll be 5 boxes out there. There'll be 4 hits, 1 whammy. 5 people going to get a box of mystery on this. So go ahead, put your guesses in. I don't have tons of Bob Feller, but I did get to meet him, so I have a Bob Feller auto. 1997 All-Star Fan Fest in Cleveland. Special event. Good memories with my dad and my brother. All right. Oh, I gotta grab the stuff. We know it's gonna be this. No, we don't know it. It could be box 1 or box. Hold on, box 1 or 4. 1 or 4 are the options here for. Oops, there you go. There's gonna be 1 is a placeholder. 4 is the other one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, box 4. So let me swap this. And if you haven't put a guess in yet, go ahead and give me an NFL division. Box 4 is coming on. Box 4. There goes box 1. All right. We have David with the AFC East, Paul the AFC North, Paul with the AFC South, Jeff the AFC West, Daniel's got the NFC East, David the NFC North, Troy the NFC South, and the Zack Attack has the NFC West. All right, we're going to get right into this, guys. No more guesses. No more guesses. Quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack. All right, we have box 4. It is sealed up. Let's get that view ready to go. We have an Atlanta Falcon, and I know that signature. Atlanta Falcon, and this is the Dirty Bird himself. That is a Jamal Anderson. Jamal Anderson, NFC South on that old school throwback Falcons helmet right there. That's the Falcon colors. I would say I would call it up to like the late 80s, and then Mr. Glanville came in and he's like, I want it to be all black. And Jerry Glanville changed the logo, or changed the colors to all black for the most part when he came in. There we go. Jerry Glanville era Jamal Anderson, or pre-Jerry Glanville era Jamal Anderson helmet. That's going up to Troy. Jamal Anderson on the mini helmet. Congrats, Troy. All right, NFC South on the hit. All right, I see Jose with the correct guess. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's the only one. I think the only one that I see is Jose. All right, there we go. JSA again on the authentication. All right, yep. If you like that division of guessing, you can stick with that theme because this one I know we're breaking with box 5. It's this guy right here, box 5. All right. Last call. Get those divisional guesses. If you like the one you had, just throw it in there again. Danny's got the AFC East. Charlene, the AFC North. Ken has the AFC South. By the way, welcome back, Ken. Nicholas has the AFC West. Ken has the NFC East. Paul, the NFC North. David's hoping that we stick with the NFC South theme. And then Zach Attack has the NFC West. All right, friends, no more guesses here. Let's go. It's time. It's time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Quack, quack. Box 5. Box 5 all the way around. There's one cut. There's 2. I see an AFC North team. Oh yeah, this is a team you don't associate him with a whole lot, but we have, how about a little Ricky 420, Ricky Williams on a Beckett authenticated Baltimore Ravens football. Ricky 420 himself. All right, a day after. All right, Ricky Williams, AFC North, Charlene. Charlene, congratulations on the Ricky Williams football. All right, Charlene, congratulations, as has been mentioned. All right, AFC North. Jake, I got you. Mike / Charlene has the hit and the guess. Mr. Sweeney, I've got you as well. Those are the only 3 names I see. Thomas, Mike / Charlene, and then Jake. If I'm missing anybody, let me know. All right, but go ahead. Give me a baseball division. We're going to roll into the baseball divisional guesses. And I have box 1 as the placeholder right there, and box, can't see, box 5 in the corner of the den. 1 and 5 are the 2 remaining ones in the den here. 1 and 5. 1 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box number 5. Box number 5. All right, let me go grab that one. Box 5's coming on. All right, so that's box 5. Adios, box number 1. Alright, so box 5, and we have in our break Gregory with the AL East, David the AL Central, Paul the AL West, Gregory the NL East, Jeff the NL Central, and Zach Attack has the NL West. Alright, I'm calling it here. No more guesses. Let's just get right into this one. Alright. Little delicious pizza. Game on. Game on. Box 5. Box 5. We have that right there. Wrapped all the way. Gonna give it a cut. See what we got. Ho ho ho! What a hit! What a freaking hit! Future Hall of Famer, one of the all-time greats in the last recent modern era. From the Detroit Tigers. Detroit Tigers. Let's get Miggy with it. Miguel Cabrera. Miguel Cabrera. David. It pays off. The AL Central is paying off for you here, my friend. Congratulations, Miguel Cabrera. Monster hit for you there. Tiger fan just pulled a monster. Let's get Miggy with it. That's a huge hit right there. Alright, AL Central on the guess. Grace / Ashley, I've got you. I've got Shauna and David. Alright, I think that's everybody. These are the names I have. Grace / Ashley, David, and Shauna. If I missed anybody, let me know. JSA authentication on the hit for you there, David. Alright, it's basketball time. Hey, you're welcome. It was overdue. Box 4 is the placeholder. We also have box 6. 4 and 6 are the possibilities here for the basketball. Go ahead and give me your divisional guess. 4 is the placeholder. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 4, the one that's out there. Alright, guys. Last call on the guesses. We have Jeff with the Atlantic. Daniel's got the Central. Gregory has the Southeast. Chad's got the Northwest. Charlene's got the Pacific. And Chad has the Southwest. Alright, guys. I'm going to call this here. No more guesses. No more guesses. Central. Alright, this is box 4. Box 4, you can see that seal. Looking good. We're about to rip it and then ship it. Alright, well, we got get our basketball duck. Quack, quack! Alright, here we go. A Wilson. Oh, okay. Alright. It is a defunct team for now. A defunct team for now. We have a Beckett authenticated Wilson basketball. How about a little Sean Kemp? Sean Kemp coming out of there. There we go, Sean Kemp. That is a Seattle Supersonic, but you know what? Those aren't the Supersonics. That's the Oklahoma City Thunder, and yes, Oklahoma City Thunder are in the quote-unquote Northwest. All right, Northwest Chad. A little love for Chad with the Sean Kemp. All right, Sean Kemp basketball. Alright, congratulations. Well, Sean Kemp love. Beckett on your authentication. Congrats, Chad. Alright, that is Chad, that is Northwest guesses. Northwest. Alright, Mike Widows. Alright, Mike. I think Mike is the only correct guess. Alright, I could be wrong, but I think Mike is the only correct guess on that one. Well, again, let me know. I could be wrong. All right, guys, it is time for the hockey, the hit parade. All right, the hockey puck. All right, we're just gonna go. We'll throw these. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 pucks. 1 is at the top. 8 will be on the bottom. I'll save a moment and just go down that way. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 1 time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. The second puck down. Second puck. All right, so that is this guy right here, and that is 76. All right, so no trombones here, just puck 76. All right. We are looking at David with the Atlantic, Case with the Metro, David has the Central, and Daniel has the Pacific. Alright, guys, I'm going to call no more guesses. No more guesses, friends. Last call, let's battle it up. Alright. Quack, 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 quack. Good luck, Hockey Duck. Box 76 here. Not everybody can get 100 in the in the hits. That's why I always try to do at least some giveaways, and at least send some packs out no matter what. As long as you buy 5 or more, at least I want you to get something. I know not everybody can get a hit. All right, guys, here we go. Ooh, it says case hit. We have a case hit. Oh, wow. From the Edmonton Oilers, Fanatics authenticated. How about a little Leon Draisaitl? Leon Draisaitl, Edmonton Oiler hit right there. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Edmonton Oiler, Leon Draisaitl. That is a beaut for the Pacific. And that is Daniel. Daniel, what a hit. Daniel, that's a beautiful hit right there. Leon Draisaitl. Case hit right there for the Oilers. A goal scoring machine. All right, Daniel, what a hit. It's crazy. Outside of Connor McDavid, all those #1 picks that they had weren't as good as their #3 overall pick, Leon Draisaitl. Now, obviously, Connor McDavid, one of the best of all time at #1 overall, but think of all those #1s they were having year after year after year. All right, Pacific for the guess. Pacific for the guess. All right, Jose, I've got you. Greg, you got the correct guess on this. Jeff Sandhofer has the correct guess. All right, I have added Jose, Greg, and Jeff Sandhofer. Let me see if I missed anybody. Let me know if I missed anybody. I'm going to put all the possible hits out there. Alright? Alright, so there's going to be some hits and some whammies waiting for you guys. All sorts of good stuff. And I'm going to be putting this together real quick. So give me a moment. there are going to be 4 hits, 1 whammy. 4 hits, 1 whammy out there. All right. Well, oh yeah. Simmons, although Fultz was considering they traded Tatum to move up to get the Fultz pick too, was a huge, huge failure. But Simmons was not a failure for the Sixers for most of his career, and then he was able to be turned into an asset as well when they traded him. So I can't consider Simmons a failure for the Sixers. He was a failure for the Nets more so than he was the Sixers. All right, top 4 unique names. Top 4 unique names are going to get a box of mystery here. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, so Greg, Jose, Jeff, and Ashley are each going to get a box of mystery. So Greg, Jose, Jeff, and Ashley, go ahead. You can first come, first serve on whatever boxes you pick. So again, Greg, you can let me know. Jose, Jeff Sandhofer, and Ashley, go ahead and let me know. I'm going to put your names on some stickers here. Jose. I'll be watching it. I'm not going to go, Mr. Sweeney, too much. All right, Jeff, there's no egg. All right, Greg's getting gold. Jose, I need you to pick a different one. So I have Greg getting gold, Jeff getting the babes, Grace getting the gingerbread. So that's going to leave the rose gold or the flowers for you to pick from, Jose. All right. Hey, no, Danny, I get it. I'm just saying that he was not as bad of a failure as he was for the... Because at least the Sixers were able to turn him into James Harden, as part of that James Harden deal. All right. Gingerbread for Grace. All right. Gingerbread to Grace / Ashley. This is the gingerbread. Wait, you weren't the last one. Who was the last one? Rose. Jose. Jose was the rose gold. That's the one. All right, Jose, rose gold is this one right here. We'll start out with that one. All right, rose gold. How about a jumbo pack of Chronicles Football 2021? All right, Chronicles Football 2021 jumbo. All right, you definitely can't go wrong with that. All right, Jose, put your sticker on that. All right, Jose, how about a little Travis Kelce, Christian McCaffrey, Jalen Hurts to be so good, Micah Parsons rookie, a Mac Jones rookie, Brevin Jordan rookie, Big Ben, JJ. All right, how about a Trevor Lawrence rookie? There you go. That's a nice rookie pull right there of T-Law. Kellen Mond, Travis Etienne rookie, a Terrence Marshall Jr., some guy named Favre, Devontae Adams, and you're going to end it with Kenneth Gainwell on a clear playoff card. What a nice T-Law rookie coming out of there for you. All right, Jose. All right, then gingerbread to Ashley. Ashley, this was the gingerbread. Coming out of here was a pack of Select Basketball. Select Basketball. 24-25. All right, Ashley, let's see what you got. 24-25 Select Basketball. You have a LeBron James, a Kobe White. How about a Prism of Cade Cunningham on a silver prism, and then a green prism of Enrique Freeman, but a beautiful Cade Cunningham. And you got Braun. Alright, Ashley, those are your cards. Alright, then we had Babes to Jeff. Alright, Babes to Jeff. Alright, that means no one picked Flowers. So let's find out what no one picked. No one picked Flowers. Flowers had a pack of Topps Chrome Baseball. 2021 Topps Chrome Baseball. Have that. Alright, Babes to Jeff. Let's go. How about a little historic autographs, first in flight? Alright, Jeff. A little historic autograph love for you here. A little flight pack, hobby pack. Alright, the Space Shuttle. There is a shiny card coming up here. You have the Black Bird. This is a shiny Albert Scott Crossfield. Albert Scott Crossfield. This is not numbered. I thought it might be a numbered card. Wasn't sure, but I thought it would be. Not numbered, but nice looking card. You have a Union Army Balloon Corps. The Red Baron. Very interesting story about him. Much more than pizza, I'll tell you that much. James Doolittle. Neil Armstrong. And Howard Hughes. Which is, him touching someone's hand is just amazing when you think about it in retrospect. But Howard Hughes, one of the most fascinating, unique stories in mankind. Howard Hughes. Alright. Last but not least, the gold box going out to Greg. Greg. Ho ho ho! Whammy! Greg, this is a monster. Well, I've seen bigger. How about your very own pair of boxer briefs with Big League Chew? Big League Chew boxer briefs. There you go. Boom! Big League Chew boxer briefs. You are welcome. What up, Albert? Alright. Trying to think the best order to go. We have 4 breaks remaining. Let's do the helmet. Alright, for this. We know we're breaking box 34 for the helmet tonight. Alright, let me see. Jersey. We don't know which jersey. For this, I want everybody to give me one Major League Baseball division. We'll stick with that idea. Give me one Major League Baseball division. For the jersey, it's either going to be 1 or 4. 1 or 4 for the black bag jersey. Alright, you're going to give me division. The division you're giving me is for the helmet only as far as guesses, though. The jersey here is going to be 1 or 4. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, we're going to use black bag box number 1. Alright, so black bag number 1. That'll be this guy right there, black bag 1. Number 4 is out of here. Alright, guys, in our break, we have George with the Diamondbacks, Jose with the Braves, Peta has the Orioles, Brandon with the Red Sox, Troy has the Cubs, Ashley with the White Sox, Jeff has the Reds, Raymond's got the Guardians of the Galaxy, Troy has the Rocks, David with the Tigers, Case has the Astros, William with the Royals, Ashley with the Angels, Ryan's got the Dodgers, Greg has the Marlins, Chad's got the Brew Crew, Charlene's got the Twins, Brandon with the Mets, George has the Yanks, David with the A's, Danny with the Phillies, Justin with the Buccos, Albert's got the Friars, Zach has the Giants, Greg has the Mariners and Cards, Jeff with the Rays, David with the Rangers, Mike has the Jays, and Jeff sitting there nicely with the Nats. I'm going to call it no more guesses. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. Let's get the Whopper. Give me some. Alright, this is Black Bag 1. Black Bag 1 from Gold Rush. Gonna just give it a cut across the top. See what we got. Black Bag edition. Seeing some orange. Ooh, put a little mayo on that. How about that? Cody Mayo. Cody Mayo for the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore Orioles playing a lot of third base for them. That is pita. Pita. A little mayo on your sandwich here. Alright. Cody Mayo for the Orioles. Needs to hit better, but getting the playing time. A lot of those Orioles guys have got to hit better this year. Alright, Peter, a little Cody Mayo jersey. And that is Beckett authenticated for you. Alright. Alright, the guesses. Now, the guesses were for the helmet and helmet only, so just a reminder on that. Let's get that Walker back out there. Box 34. 34, let's go. Secondary seal all the way around. Gonna give it a cut across the tops. Oh, he's gonna be a happy camper. Did he get his team? He did. He got his team. All right. We have now. This guy is striking out a lot at the minor league level, but he is considered one of the top 15 prospects in all of baseball. He is a first baseman. First baseman. From look at this helmet. This is a matte helmet. A matte helmet with a gold signature from the San Francisco Giants. How about a little Bryce Eldridge? Bryce Eldridge on a matte 49ers helmet right there. That is a sick looking helmet right there. Bryce Eldridge on the hit for the Niners. I said Niners. Oh my god, the Giants. The Giants right there. Bryce Eldridge. The Zach attack. Congrats, Zach. Now, I don't need to tell Zach, because I know he's a big enough Giants fan, who Bryce Eldridge is. But hey, I pay a lot for these books every year. Though this year I only had to buy one, sadly. Here is a write-up, and if you want to read that, you can pause it and come back at some point here, Zach. The write-up they have for Bryce Eldridge going into this year. Again, strikeouts are the biggest concern, but he's got some prestigious power. So... there we go. His power on a scale of 2 to 2080 is 70. The problem is the hit and the run and the fielding are not great. But a couple young guys, Cody Mayo and Bryce Eldridge in the hits right here. I like the helmet. That is a matte helmet. I don't see too many of those in the baseball realm. Kind of like the equivalent of the Eclipse. Seriously. The Phillies got a hit in what was it, like the 4th or 5th inning today? It took a while today. They weren't striking out. They just weren't getting hits either. Alright, so that's an NL West for the guess. NL West for your guess here. Alright, Albert, I've got you. NL West. Albert! Alright, the only person I see is Albert. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I only see Albert with the correct guess. Alright, Albert. You are going to have 50-50 proposition. Alright, Albert. $50-50. Albert, do you want to go silver or do you want to go gold? The call is yours. I'm going to tell you right now, you can't go wrong, Albert. I would like to see the Pirates win the World Series for the first time in my lifetime. I'd like to see them win a playoff series for the first time in my lifetime. Alright, Albert. Going with the gold. Alright, Albert. That means you passed up on the hobby pack of Topps Heritage. Topps Heritage hobby pack. Minor League Baseball pack. So you missed out on the hobby pack. That means, Albert, unfortunately, the 50-50 proposition, you got the whammy. But not all whammies are created equal, because this one is Optimus Prime. Oh yeah. I will be coming home and transforming into something amazing. Oh. Optimus Prime is coming your way. Alright, Optimus Prime. That is coming to your house, Albert. The OG Optimus Prime. Hey, you are welcome. All right. It's time for a little bit of football. Why are the Cardinals and Jaguars not showing up? Do I just need to refresh? Yeah, I just need to refresh. Alright. In our break, I have one mini helmet and 2 jerseys. For this, everybody out there, give me 5 NFL players. 5 NFL players. Everybody that guesses a player correctly automatically is going to get a box of mystery with some really good stuff out there. Alright, we'll figure out the jerseys first. 5 players, 1 line. Alright, so we got 1, and then 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 2 numbers would be the 2 jerseys we use. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 69. Alright, let me grab 6 and 9 real quick. Give me a second. 6 and 9. Alright, so 6 and 9 are coming on. 1 is coming off. Alright, then for the mini helmet, I have 1 as a placeholder. We also have 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11. 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11. Top number will be the mini helmet in this break. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 10. Alright, we're going to use box 10. There she is, box 10. There goes box 1. Alright, in our break, last call in this guess is you're going to give me 5 players, 1 line. I will have, within about 2 minutes of our break ending tonight, the breaks for Friday on there. Ashley's got the Cardinals, Anthony with the Falcons, David's got the Ravens, Brandon with the Bills, David's got the Panthers, Troy with the Bears, Mike has the Bungles, Case has the Browns, Jeff with the Boys, Paul's got the Broncos, Greg's got the Lions, Mike has a Pack Attack, David with the Texans, Jeff has the Colts, Ashley with the Jags, Brandon with the Chiefs, William has the Raiders, Albert's got the Chargers, Gregory's got the Rams, Paul's got the Dolphins, David with the Vikes, Mike has the Pats, Joshua has the Saints, Jeff with the G-Men, William with his Jets, Daniel's going Fly Eagle Fly, Chris in the house here with the Steelers. Welcome to the big show, Chris. David has the Niners and the Seahawks. Case has the Bucks, and then David has the Titans and Commode. All right, I'm gonna call no more guesses. No more guesses, everybody. All right, we have 6, 9, 10. Let's go. Game on. Yum yum. Give me some. All right, so this is the seal for this series. So let's go like that. Give it a cut across. We have, from the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles, they made a movie about this guy's career. Vince Papale. There we are. And that is JSA authenticated. The movie was called Invincible. Vince Papale, Philadelphia Eagles. Alright, so Daniel, there we go. Will fly. Vince Papale. And that'll be an Eagles hit. Alright. A lot better than that trash garbage man Tony Danza Philadelphia Eagle movie. You guys remember that one? There was like he was a trash man field goal kicker or something. Someone has to remember that one. Alright, box 9. Secondary, main seal on the RSAs are down there. We're going to give that a cut across. Taylor. Ooh, big hit for the Indianapolis Colts. Boom! How about a little JT, Jonathan Taylor? Mr. Hawks in the board with a booming hit. JT, Jonathan Taylor. Congrats, Jeff. Sorry to make you have to remember it, Thomas. There we go. Beckett authenticated on the Jonathan Taylor. No, not just Jonathan Taylor, not Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Alright, box 10, mini helmet 10. Anybody with any guesses? Any Jonathan Taylor guesses? I can see Hawks with a Jonathan Taylor guess. Alright. We have a specialty. Oh, we already saw this name tonight. I already saw this name on a full-size football. How about on a mini helmet for the New Orleans Saints, Mr. 420 himself, the day after. So last week we pulled a 420 Ricky Williams helmet with the Dolphins, or jersey with the Dolphins. Today we got him on the Ravens and the Saints. It is a Ricky 420 holiday. When Ricky 420 holiday is happening. We have a Saints hit right there. Joshua, congratulations. Ricky Williams is coming your way. All right. New Orleans Saints. All right, did we have any Ricky? All right, see ya, Ricky. All right, I got George. Hold on, I gotta grab a new thing of stickers here. All right, everybody that guesses correctly is gonna get a little something. I got George and Gilbert. I got Jake. All right. George, Gilbert, and Jake. And then anybody with Taylor. Any Taylor guesses? Hawks, I've got Hawks. I've got Daniel. Alright. Those are the 5 people I've got. Alright. I am Bojas. I am Bojas. Is that Joshua? I am Bojas. Alright, so I've got George, Gilbert, Jake, Jeff, and Daniel all going to get something here. And I'm going to set that up. Alright. I gotta set this up so you all get something. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this correctly. Alright, that's 5 right there. Only 1 person. Alright. This is the way it'll be. 5 people. 1 person's going to get a 2026 Sage Hobby Pack with a guaranteed auto. Alright? And we will spread things out. We'll have a Prism draft picks. Those are both 2025s. A Sage Mega Pack 2024 or 2025, and then a Chronicles 2022. All right, so all 4 of those. All right. Well, congratulations on the hit, Joshua. All right. Left to right will be the order that these are awarded. Daniel, Jake, Jeff, H, Gilbert, and George. Alright. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Daniel's going to get the guaranteed auto. Then it'll be Gilbert, George, Jeff, and then Jake. Alright, guys. That is the order. Again, Daniel, Gilbert, George, Jeff, Jake. Alright. Gilbert. Daniel. Alright, guys. Let's open up our pack, see what we got. Alright. This is Jake. Jake, here is your Chronicles. Let's see if we can get you a Brock Purdy rookie. Alright. Jake, you're getting a Kenny Pickett rookie. A little Sauce Gardner rookie right there. Lamar Jackson. CD, Don't Call Me Cassette Tape Lamb. There you go. A little Jalen Hurts. Another Kenny Pickett. And going to end it, 49er, but not Brock Purdy. It'll be Danny Gray. Danny Gray. Alright, Jake. Those are your cards coming your way. Mr. Hawks, a Mega Pack. 50-50 proposition on the auto here. 50-50 on the auto with these Mega Packs. Alright. Jalen Walker. You have a Will Shepard. There's Hanjay Harris. Harold Fannin Jr. Nice rookie pull right there, Harold Fannin. Hanjay Harris. A Keandre Lambert-Smith. Jack Sawyer. You have, wasn't sure if there was 2 there. Nope. Woody Marks. A Phil Maffa. There is an auto. We'll skip it. You have an auto coming, though. Trey Harris, rookie. And Roman Hembry. Your auto is a DJ Ojulari. The dude has played for every team in college football, but DJ Ojulari. Former, I don't even know. That says Florida State when he was with this picture. But I feel like he played for, like, did he play at, was it Clemson or Alabama? He's played everywhere. I think he played at Washington State even. But there we go. That is coming your way, Mr. Hawks. All right, George. George, here is a Prism Draft Picks pack for George. There is a Devin Neal. Ryan Wingo. A Nico Collins Prism. Abdul Carter. Nice rookie pull right there of Abdul Carter. And how about a Jeremiah Smith? So you got. I like how this year they added rated rookie or rated prospects this year with Ryan Wingo and Jeremiah Smith, and then you've got the Abdul Carter and Devin Neal traditional rookie. All right, George, those are your cards. Gilbert, this is your traditional Prism pack. That was Prism draft picks. Now here's a traditional Prism pack. All right, there's a Gunnar Helm. There is a Shedeur Sanders rookie. There's a Dave Casper throwback. And a Keandre Miller. But a couple rookies in Gunnar Helm and Shedeur Sanders. Alright, guys. Last but not least, Daniel. Daniel, here you go. Octavian Smith. There's a guaranteed rookie in here. Trayvon Rudolph. Samar Hoggins. Ooh. You have an auto patch card, which I've never. Oh my, that's a big name. Jaden Craig. Elijah Sherratt. Jamal Haynes. How about Justice Haynes right there? Justice Haynes apparel, athlete apparel, little patch love and auto right there on a Justice Haynes right there. Nice pull right there, Justice Haynes, little patch auto. Congratulations, Daniel. A nice pull. Alright, 2 breaks remaining, guys, tonight. 2 breaks remaining. Cheers to almost being halfway through the week. Alright. We have to break a new case for this. I have to hit refresh to get the Astros to show. Alright. Got you in there, Ashley. Alright. I'd like that we guess players. Let's do that one last time. We'll do players again. Give me 5 players, 1 line for baseball. 5 players, 1 line for baseball. Brand new case for the balls. We'll get there eventually. Alright, well, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 through 8 on our baseballs right there. Oh, I don't know who's. I can't say. Ujulari is what I've been saying. I have no idea. I've been saying it so wrong. Don't make me botch it. It's like Jose. It's like me saying a hockey name of a guy I've never heard of. Ojulari. I just know he's played for like 3 or 4 major schools. DJ use what works for me. Alright, for our baseballs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 1 time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 4 and 1. So it'll be the corners on the very top. The corners on the top. This guy is going to be number 1. This guy is number 4. These guys are number, not today. Alright. Bats. I have number 1 on the table, and we also have numbers 2 and 4. 1, 2, and 4 are possibilities here. 1, 2, and 4. So 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Number 1, the one that's out there. Alright, guys. Last call. He played everywhere. Oh, Greg, he literally was playing everywhere. He was like this toolsy guy that... Oregon and Clemson, there we go. Oregon and Clemson. Thank you. I knew he had transferred. I thought it was Clemson. I couldn't remember if it was Clemson or Bama. But playing at all these big schools, but not playing well or much. All right, Peter's got the Diamondbacks. Jose's got the Braves. Brian's got the Orioles. Brandon's got the Bo Sox. Troy's got the Cubs. Gilbert's got the White Sox. Jeff has the Reds. Chris has the Guards. David with the Rocks. Chad's got the Tigers. Ashley with the Astros. David's got the Royals. Chris with the Angels. Brandon with the Dodgers. Chris has the Marlins. Ashley with the Brewers. Chris has the Twins. Ashley has the Mets. Case with the Yanks. Ashley with the A's. Chris has the Phillies and the Pirates. Albert with the Padres. Zach Attack with the Giants. Daniel with the M's. Peter's got the Cards. David with the Rays. Justin with the Rangers. Mike has the Jays. And Jeff's sitting there nicely with the Nats. Alright, guys. No more guesses. Good luck, everyone. We're going to jump right into this. Box 1. Let's get that. You know what? The Pirates are playing Andrew McCutcheon's current team. The Pirates are playing the Rangers, so why not? Andrew McCutcheon. Alright, who is really in a slump for the Giants. Or the, I keep saying Giants, but the Rangers. Alright. Let's give this a cut right there. One more touch from Kutch. A touch from Kutch. Oh, okay, here we go. Hall of Famer. Ooh, I like the inscription. The inscription's gorgeous. All right, Beckett authenticated. Jeff, you're going to be happy camper with this. How about Tony Perez? Big red machine right there. Tony Perez, the big red machine. The 70s Reds right there. Going out to Jeff. A little Tony Perez love. Congrats, Jeff. Again, that is Beckett on your authentication. All right, this was baseball number 4. Baseball number 4, right here. All right, there's our secondary seal. I'm gonna give that a cut all the way across. Oh, big hit right here. One of the best players in the game. Oh, he's got his own authentication. I forgot about that. And it's going to be authenticated from RSA. All right, we have RSA authenticated. There's the player's authentication right there as well. We have from the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Braves. Jose, how about this? How about a guy named Ronald Acuna Jr.? Ronald Acuna Jr. coming your way, Jose. We have Acuna authentication and JSA authentication on that. Double authenticated on the Ronald Acuna baseball. All right, and then this is bat 1. Bat 1 right here. Boop, 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 boop. Bat 1. All right, this is the barrel. For this product, we'll open up at the knob. Alright, this is the knob side. Oh, I know this. I guarantee this name was guessed. Oh, I guarantee this name was guessed. Hall of Famer from the Chicago White Sox. A little Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas for the White Sox. I know it's always a popular guess right there, but we have Frank Thomas for the White Sox. And that is going out to Gilbert. Gilbert, congratulations. The Big Hurt, the late night commercial guy himself, Frank Thomas. Alright, I see Charlene has Acuna. The only Acuna I see is Charlene. But we'll see about Thomas. She also had Frank Thomas, so that's double dipping. George has a Frank Thomas. Gilbert had Frank Thomas. Alright, those are the only 3 correct guesses I'm seeing. Could I be wrong? Hey, congrats, Gilbert. Those are the only 3 guesses that I see. Mike, well, Mike / Charlene gets twice. George, and then Gilbert. If I'm missing somebody, Shauna had it. Okay. Jeff had Thomas. Okay. I didn't even see these guesses. Oh, there it is. I don't know why it didn't give me credit for you guys. And then Charlene, or Shauna? Shauna. I didn't even see Shauna's guess. Looking as the weirdest spelling. Oh well, I'll give it to her. I had you, Jeff had it too. So did Jose. Okay, well let's go back and see where I'm missing people. Alright, I see Jeff Hawks. I got you there. I just see Jeff Sandhofer now. I don't know why it didn't show it to me when I missed it. Alright, I see Troy now. Alright, a lot of people. I see Jose. I don't know why it didn't show up earlier. Alright, so I've got Charlene twice, George, Gilbert, Jeff, Troy, and Jose. Alright, we're good. And Shauna. And then David. Alright, hey, I'll just, hey, I take your guys' words. I don't know why it didn't show it up for me. But Shauna and David, I'm adding you guys. Just gonna put your names. Alright, here's the deal. Give me a second here. Figuring this out real quick on the fly. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 prizes. Alright, 10 prizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, there we go. Alright, so here's the way this is going to work. There are 10 people getting a prize. Basically, I think if you guessed, you get a prize. One person's going to get a hobby pack with a guaranteed auto. Could be one auto, one mem. And then the rest of these are going to be dispersed with some fun. Alright. Back. Yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, if you're in the number 1 slot, you're going to get the hobby pack. If you're in the number 2 spot, you'll get a hobby pack. This is guaranteed auto. You get a hobby pack minor league baseball. You get a hobby pack Topps baseball, hobby pack Elite Tradition, a foil board Topps pack, a couple Prism packs, a Chronicles, a Donruss, and then another Donruss pack. Alright, so that's everybody. Great. Alright, let me put everybody's name. Charlene, you're in there twice. Charlene. I almost ran out of baseball packs up here, no joke. George. Gilbert. Jeff, Mr. Hawks. Jeff Samhofer. Troy. Let's see, Jose. Shauna. And David. Alright, so that's 6, that's 10. Alright. This is the order. 7 times. There's 1, 2, and I do, Charlene, I have you in there twice because you guessed 2 players correctly. There's 3, there's 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Dave is going to get the hobby pack, then Charlene, then Troy, then Jeff H, then Jeff S, then Charlene, then Shauna, then George, Gilbert, then Jose. Alright, so again, David, Mike / Charlene, Troy, Jeff, then Jeff, Mike / Charlene, Shauna, George, Gilbert, and then Jose. Alright, so you guys see that. Alright, so David, I'm going to take the pack out. That'll be your pack. There's David's pack. Guaranteed auto. Alright, then we're going to have Charlene and then Troy. Then Troy. And then I have Jeff Hawks, then Jeff Sandhawker. H, Jeff S. And then we're going to go Charlene and then Shauna. That's Shauna. This is Charlene. Maybe. Then I have George and then Gilbert. George, Gilbert, and then Jose. Alright, Jose, we're going to start out with you. 2022 Donruss Baseball. It's a gravity pack. Jose, this is your pack right here. You have a Mike Yastrzemski, a Franmil Reyes, Brandon Woodruff, a Edward Cabrera rated rookie, and a Jared Kelenic. Alright. Edward Cabrera is a nice rookie, rated rookie pull. Alright, Jose. Yes way, Jose, that's yours. Gilbert, here is your Donruss pack. This is 2021 Donruss for Gilbert. Alright, this is a Luis Robert, Didi Gregorius, Jeff McNeil, A to the Rizzo, a little of Johnny Smoltz, nice looking Jordan Alvarez, a Mike Trout mask card, so it was a parallel, and a Jack Flaherty, but a nice Mike Trout. Alright, those are yours, Gilbert. This is George. George, here is your pack. This is a Chronicles 2022 pack for George. You have a Josiah Gray rookie. A Josiah Gray rookie. There is Shane Don't Call Me Justin Bieber. And last but not least, a Fernando Tatis Jr. All right, a couple nice Josiah Gray rookies in there. All right, Shauna, here's the Prism pack for you. Prism Baseball 2023 for Shauna. Ellie Dela Cruz. Jackson Holiday rookie. A Ricky Henderson. How about a Bill Mazeroski, R.I.P. The great Bill Mazeroski. And how about a Prism Joe Torre? Joe Torre on a blue Prism. Good pack. Hey, Shauna, those are yours? Alright, Charlene, this is your pack. You actually have 2 packs in this. This is your first of 2. Charlene, a little Brady House rookie right there, Nats. A Bubba Chandler rookie, batting. Bubba Chandler was drafted. He could have been a pitcher or a hitter. He actually became a pitcher, obviously. But there he is, batting, Bubba Chandler. Mark Grace. How about a Silver Prism, Andre the Hawk. And a Tyler Soderstrom rookie Prism Blue. Alright, I like that Bubba Chandler. You guys are welcome. Alright, Jeff Sandhofer. Jeff Sandhofer. Here's a Topps special pack for you, Jeff. Alright, Jeff. You have a Houston Astros, and these are all going to be a nice looking card. Houston Astros. A little Pete Crow Armstrong. Pete Crow Armstrong. A Christian Moore, rookie Christian Moore. A Kyle Teal rookie. Kyle Teal rookie. And a Hoppin' To It, Ronald Acuna right there. Alright, so those cards all coming your way, Jeff Sandhofer. Nice little parallel card to each one of them. Alright, Jeff Hawks. Here is a hobby pack. Every other pack is an auto. Every other pack, so let's see what you got. Yon Lopez. A Austin Rhett. Doesn't look like there's an auto in here, but there's a short print of Lucas Herbert, die cut Lucas Herbert. There's Ozzy Albies. Nice looking Ozzy Albies right there. Don't see Ozahino on his card too often, but Ozzy Albies, rookie right there. Ozahino. And Orlando Arcia. Actually, former teammate of Ozzy Albies. Troy, here's your hobby pack. 2020 hobby pack for Troy. Alright. Miguel Cabrera. There's a Christian Arroyo. Trent Grisham. Josh Fagley. David McKee. Albert Pujols. Grayson Grainer. There's a Curie Mela. Joey Votto. How about a nice looking Bob Gibson? There's a Jeffrey Rodriguez, David Arguez, Michael Hermosilio, and you're going to end it here with a Nick Turley. Alright, no autos out of that hobby pack. We have 2 more hobby packs to go. That was Troy's pack. Alright, Charlene, this is your Minor League Baseball MILB hobby pack. Looking for an on-card auto. Hoping for on-card autos. Alright, Jordan Balzovich, Wander. This card was worth a few bucks a few years ago. Colt Keith. There's a Ed Howard, former first rounder. Mason Wynn, nice shortstop for the Cards. Bryce Ball. Blaze Jordan. And Oswald Peraza, now with the Angels. There's a lot of major leaguers that came out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4 major leaguers, but some really good prospects still in the works. Ed Howard, former first-round pick of the Cubbies. All right, Charlene, those are yours. All right, David, at least 1 auto. Could be 1 auto and 1 mem, or 2 autos. Either way, at least 1 auto coming out of here for you, David. All right, looks like 2 autos. 2 autos coming out of here. Not sure if I know the names of your autos or not. Off the top of my head, I don't. Maddox Bruns. Maddox Bruns is a short print. You have a Reed Trimble. Reed Trimble right there. That is Christian Encarnacio Strand. Just got traded very recently. Christian Encarnacio Strand. You have 2 autos. Here's your first one. Dylan Dodd from the Atlanta Braves. Definitely have heard of Dylan Dodd's name. That's an on-card auto of Dylan Dodd. And you have an Edwin Rosario. Edwin Rosario, Dominican prospect card right there. So on card and an Edwin Rosario. All right, David, those cards coming your way. Dylan Dodd with the Braves made it to the majors. It's on the roster right now. Pitched with them since 2023, actually. Pitched in 28 games with them last year. Alright, guys. We have 1 break remaining. 1 break remaining. Is our full-size helmets. The last one we have from this series. So when you see the stuff for Friday's break tonight, it'll be a little different because it will be a whole new series. So this is the last one from this series. This is box 13. And it actually is the last jersey I have from this series as well. Box 9. Box 9 from this black bag case. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Dylan Dodd called back up today. Yeah, that, not good. The Iglesias injury, not good. Neither is the Edwin Diaz injury for the Dodgers. The Dodgers have depth, that's for sure. Alright, for this, guys. Everybody out there, you're going to give me 1 NFL team. If it comes out of the helmet or the jersey, you're going to get a chance at a box of mystery. Chance. I'm going to tell you there are going to be some good items that are going to be out there as possibilities for the box of mystery, though. So hold your head high, put your guess in, and let's have some fun. All right, guys. We got Gregory with the Cardinals, Mike with the Falcons, David with the Ravens, Case has the Bills, Daniel with the Panthers, Troy with the Bears, Daniel's got the Bengals, William with the Browns, Charlene's got the Cowboys, David with the Broncos and the Lions, Mike's got the Packers, David with the Texans, Jeff has the Colts, Greg has the Jaguars, Gilbert's got the Chiefs, Case with the Raiders, Gilbert's sitting pretty with the Chargers. We have Greg with the Rams, Gilbert with the Dolphins, Ryan's got the Vikes, Jeff with the Pats, David's got the Saints, Jeff with the G-Men, David's got the Jets, Rick with the Eagles, Joshua's got the Steelers, Zach's got the Niners, Joshua with the Seahawks, Jose with the Bucks, David with the Titans, and the Commode. Call it now. No more guesses. Good luck, everybody. Have a great rest of the week. We will have a break here in a couple days on Friday. Be on the lookout. Thursday night, great night for eBay auctions. Always see the lowest prices of the week on my Thursday night auction. So just a 411 on that. If you're interested. Alright, box number 9, black bag 9, last one from this case. We've done a cut. I see a Chief. How about that? Defensive end, Neil Smith. Neil Smith coming out of here for the Chiefs. Alright, so Kansas City Chiefs putting Gilbert back on the radar here. Another hit for Gilbert. Kansas City Chief, Neil Smith Beckett on your authentication. Alright, last one of the night, friends. We'll get the game on and the duck out there. Box 13. Sealed up all the way around. There's our seal right there, coming across, doing its thing. Let's have some fun here. Last one from the case. Last one. Holy cow! From the Philadelphia Eagles. We are going old school. We are going old school with some photos even. Wow, that's cool. Is that who I think it is? It is. It is who I thought it was. We have Eric Allen. Eric Allen on the hit right there. That is cool. We even have a picture of Eric Allen signing the photo from Denver Autographs with a Beckett authentication as well. Eric Allen on an old school Beckett authenticated Eagles helmet. That's a fun. If you're an Eagles fan, that's a fun pull right there. Rick, that's cool. Rick, that's a neat pull right there. Eric Allen on an old school Eagles helmet right there. Alright, do we have any Eagles or Chiefs guesses? I feel like that's a Super Bowl matchup from not too long ago. Eagles and Chiefs. If not, we'll razz out. Okay, I see Gilbert with the Chiefs. There we go. Chiefs, Gilbert, anybody else? That's the only one I'm seeing. Did I miss anybody? Is Gilbert the only correct guess? Alright, Gilbert. We're going to do a 50-50 proposition for you here, Gilbert. Alright, Gilbert. It's going to be 50-50. Which way you go here? There's going to be one hit, and there'll be one whammy. Alright, Gilbert. Which direction do you want to go? Do you want to go for the golden box, or would you like to go for the flower power? One hit, one whammy. Like I said, I'll have this stuff for Friday's break on the site here just a few minutes after we shut down. Flowers it is. You got it, Gilbert. Alright, Gilbert. That means you passed up on the whammy. Inside of here was a Mega Gross Mini Surprise 5. Series 2. But Tella, not Tella. Alright, you made a good choice, Gilbert. Because you all need to send me a message on either eBay or on Dad Dash Breaks, because you just got your hands on a $15 Dad Break gift card. So just send me a quick message, and then I'll remember to send you a $15 Dad Break gift card, alright? Congratulations. Fun way to end it tonight. Well, $15 Dad Break gift card coming your way, Gilbert. And some nice hits as well. Hey, have a good night, Jake. I appreciate you. You are awesome. Have a great week. I will be up before you know it, working tomorrow morning. So have a good night, everybody. Take care. I appreciate everybody. You are welcome, David. Congrats on the Miggy jersey as well. And then you got the cool card for your nephew. So, all right, guys. I think it was for your nephew, or did you say your son? I forget. Take care, Mike. Jose, you as well. Thanks for working with me on that issue we had, Jose, as well, earlier in the week. Take care, guys. Take care, Gilbert.